Hello, everyone.
Hey,
Welcome
everyone.
back. Good to have you, Paul Tranny, with Melissa
Gutierrez.
Gutierrez. First and last name, so we can stalk you online and everywhere. So cool. Good having you here. Day 2, a little UX collaboration using Adobe XD and all that good stuff.
For sure.
So how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you doing today?
Dude, eyebrows are looking good. I'm having a good eyebrow day.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah, let's do this.
I'm hiding mine, but I think they're feeling good.
You have the cool glasses as well. Totally works. And you've been the stylish one in the office too.
Really? Thank you.
Thank you. You're very stylish. So
Appreciate that.
I'm very into it. So I want to give you a warm welcome. Welcome, Robbie, Daria, Anuz.
Hey, everyone.
Always like people when they say hi. Hi, Rachel.
Rachel. Hey, Cars.
Cars. We're so happy to have you here. Fantastic.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Is this your first time in San Francisco, by the way?
It is.
Okay.
It is.
Have you had a chance to explore a little bit or no?
I did a little bit of a walk around, but I think today I'll explore a little bit. I want to go to SF MoMA. I haven't been.
Yeah.
Looks really cool.
Yeah, you're not too far from there, the hotel you're at.
Yeah.
So that's a good call.
Can walk over. Any suggestions?
Plenty of suggestions. I can give you a whole little route. I'd go through Chinatown. I'd go through Little Italy. I'd end up down at the wharf, and then I'd take the trolley back.
Oh, cool.
That's what I would do.
Nice.
So
We have a wharf in Miami, but I don't know. Probably not similar.
Yeah. Probably doesn't have the sea lions and stuff.
Nope, definitely not.
So, yeah. All right. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we can kind of talk about what you did yesterday. And
For
what
sure.
Do
We could do like a little bit of an overview.
Yeah.
So yesterday I kind of showed these sketches that I had, thinking about how I wanted the site to work and the modifications I wanted to make. And then I know we thought about the idea of a timeline. So this was like one of my early explorations. But then when you reflect on something, you're like, an hour later, like, I don't know if I'm really feeling this.
Yeah.
So I went on Behance and I looked for some like visual inspiration.
Cool.
Yeah. So then I started to think about what if this was kind of more the timeline direction I wanted to take.
Mm-hmm.
I was into the idea of like these tabs for like different years.
I like it.
Which led me to my other exploration. So I kind of like the idea of showing the decades and then also showing the people within the decades.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of having this like sliding effect for a different category.
Cool.
Yeah.
We could do that. I like it.
For sure.
And I like the screen. This is like filled out a lot. So like you could talk through that and
For
the one
sure.
next to it too.
Yeah. So then I don't know if you guys remember yesterday, I kind of had the illustrations, but they didn't have a background. So it was a bit of a transparency issue that I had.
Yeah.
So I just kind of did a white fill under them.
Okay.
And it led to this. So you could kind of see the color a little bit more clearly.
Yeah.
Worked out better this way.
Yep.
And then something too that I thought about was I was really into the Utopia font.
Mm-hmm.
But I figured like kind of you want to have like a decorative font, but then you also want something to tame it down. I think we spoke about it yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, something that's just like legible. It's just you're just meant to read it.
Exactly.
And that's it. So that's good.
Yeah, that's Helvetica Light for you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like since there's so many different versions of Helvetica, it's nice.
Yeah.
To have all those options.
For sure. I think Helvetica Light's my favorite lately.
Okay. Yeah.
Going through a moment with.
Yep.
But yeah. So,
I'm into it.
Thanks.
It's looking good.
Can start filling some stuff in.
Yeah. So again, if you're just joining us, we are going to do portfolio reviews. You can find that in that portfolio review tab.
See your glasses. I think I saw. Remind me of Seth Godin. Cool. Going through a moment.
Yep.
Let's see.
So portfolio review tab, just so you know, you'll find that right there. Scroll down, submit it through that form, and you have about 90 minutes to do that.
Yeah. Send them out.
Then we will have a fun, just random chat and win giveaway as well.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Let's see. Go back to here.
Brianne Hadley in the house. Brianne, where are you from? We saw you were here yesterday. Specifically, your exact address. Just joking. And Sihad as well. interested in where people are from. That's
that's interesting.
lots of interesting names. Cars, Zubier.
Super interesting. Have you lived in Colorado your whole life?
Yeah.
Wow.
I have. Lived in Colorado my whole life. I'm so boring. What about you?
I'm from Miami, but I did like 6 years in New York.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You went
Yeah.
to school there.
I did, and now I'm back in Miami.
That's cool. I think people
Yeah.
tend to, you have family there, right?
Yeah.
I think
Miami.
people tend to move back to where, like, near their family, because
For
is
sure.
important.
Family is important. And then you get those like family dinners, which is nice. Some home cooking.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I live 2 hours from the house I grew up in,
Oh, that's awesome.
which is where my sister bought the house that I grew up in.
Yeah.
And she had 5 kids, and I'm one of 5. So
Oh
when
my
I go
gosh.
back, it's like I see my childhood played out in these other kids' lives. So
Are
it's
you the
pretty fun.
youngest?
I'm in the
or-
middle.
Nice.
I'm a nice, balanced middle child. Want everybody to get along.
It's important. Someone has to be the good middle child.
Yeah, I love it. It's like very easygoing. Just want everybody to be happy.
Yeah.
What about you?
I feel I'm the youngest, so I feel like we have a bad rep.
Oh yeah, you totally have a bad rep.
But I'm
Spoiled
here to-
brats. Parents are all lenient
No.
by the time they're raising you. They're like, whatever. You want to drive? Take the keys. Just go.
To my defense, my brother was the older brother, so I feel like he kind of got away with a lot more stuff. And since I was like the first girl my mom had, they were a little bit more protective with me.
Yeah.
So my brother Edgar really got it made for him. Things were easier.
How many are there?
Just two, just me and
You
him.
two? Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Let's see, Shirley MacLaine.
Robbie Doyle's middle child as well. I'll
Nice,
represent.
Florida. Hey, Rachel. What part of Florida are you from?
And Brienne is from Utah.
Nice.
Good to have you. I was working on illustrations. I kind of need to finish mine though, but that's all. That's all I have for you.
No worries. So then.
Oh, Lindsay Palmer is also one of 5.
Oh, cool. She's the middle child. Nice.
Yeah,
My clothes were always new. Yeah, Kevin knows. Kerwin.
Ah, yeah, that's right.
It's Pioneers, Working Women, to Golden Girls.
What if we just stopped talking the rest of the time?
And just kept clicking.
We were just like,
Made like a symphony on the keyboard.
yeah.
Sunday. San Francisco's really cool though. It kind of reminds me of a West Coast New York and Philadelphia, like blended into
Okay.
one.
Yeah, especially where you are, like right downtown. It's like, it feels very New York. It can get pretty intense. There's a lot of action happening downtown.
Yeah.
You know? You could make lots of friends on the street, just random people.
Good
that
to
are
know,
just, like,
yeah.
talking crazy. I don't know what, but it's the whole thing.
Maybe I need like an instrument and that'll be really like the bonding point.
Yeah, if you had an instrument, then they'd be like, this is my corner to play an instrument. I'm like, you don't even have an instrument. And they would start playing their shoe or something.
Really?
That would happen.
Makeshift.
That's San Francisco.
That's funny.
I'm playing the shoe.
Do you know what I had this morning? Blue Bottle? Have you been?
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, Blue Bottle.
Yeah.
They have one in New York City too.
Yeah, they had one in Miami, but then I think they
Oh.
like shut it down recently, which is a bummer.
Yeah, Blue Bottle's great coffee. It's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah.
For sure.
Have you tried La Colombe?
La Palome?
Colombe? With like a
Cologne?
C?
Uh-uh.
It's really good. Has anyone tried La Colombe out there? Best cold
Colombe.
brew, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Giuliano likes Blue Bottle.
Nice.
Bottle's good, man.
It
Especially if
is.
you went to the one up on Mint. Were you on Mint Street?
I'm not sure where I was.
Was it walking distance?
Yeah, from the hotel?
It's literally like across the street from where your hotel is.
Yeah.
They used to serve well, they probably still do serve
Yeah,
breakfast.
they have like
to a degree.
sandwiches and stuff.
Sandwiches. They used to have this waffle there. Oh, so good.
They have it. It's like the sweet waffle.
But they just have it kind of like pre-made.
Oh, okay.
They used to have one that they would actually like make there for
Yeah.
you. And then they would put butter on it and put syrup on it like for you. And you're like, wait, you don't know how much syrup I want or butter. I'm like, you don't know. But they would nail it every time.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
like, you are perfect. You know how like,
Like, I love you.
You know how like some fine restaurants, like they don't even have salt and pepper on the table.
Yeah,
Like they're
yeah.
that good at like, and I'm like, you guys nailed it.
Yeah.
This is the perfect amount of syrup and butter.
Wow.
So.
Dang.
I don't know. I'm probably a few pounds lighter since they don't have it. Otherwise, I'd be there every morning.
I like their affogato.
I don't know what
pretty
that
good.
is.
It's like the ice
think you just
cream with
made up that
espresso.
word.
No, it's on the menu.
Okay.
I promise.
It's ice cream?
Ice cream with espresso on it, I want to say. I could be
wow.
wrong about that, but it's so good.
Sounds pretty awesome. Into it.
Yeah.
So if you're just joining us, I'm here with Melissa Gutierrez. We are doing a Pioneers of Comedy website, is what this is, in Adobe XD. Got a lot of the screen squared away.
Yeah.
All kind of started out sketching like on the iPad.
Yeah,
And now
here's
we're
some-
getting into more of the details.
If you guys wanted to take a preliminary look, this is what my sketches look like a day ago.
Yeah.
So this. Oh, look, someone went to La Colombe in Philly, Heidi. I love Philly. It's one of my
that's
favorite
the name
cities.
Okay. I like Philly. I feel like Philly's a little rough for me. For
Really?
my fragile little self. They're like no nonsense.
No,
Like, what do you want?
really.
I just wanted to get some dinner. What do you want from me? I thought you were the server. I would just like to get a sandwich. That's what I felt like.
I felt like I had the opposite experience.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I went there. I don't know, maybe after living in New York, but I like sneezed and someone offered me a tissue and I was like,
Oh,
everyone's
wow.
so nice.
And it might just be your expectations. Like, I
Maybe.
think if you expect people to be nice, typically those people will gravitate toward you.
For sure.
All right.
2000.
Dario likes Philly. It's good.
Philly's
I
great.
need to go back there. I met some really nice, cool people,
Yeah.
but I feel like they weren't really into the pleasantries as much as I would like.
Did you go to the museums?
No.
Oh, they have that museum, like that Rocky Museum.
I hear they have more outdoor art than any place in the U.S. And I
Oh,
could
really?
be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I read that statistic.
Nice.
They have more outdoor like art than any other place. And you'd think someplace like Miami would, because Miami has
Yeah.
tons of, like artwork and
Yeah.
murals and stuff. But Philly, I could double check on that.
That's great to know.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I feel like I maybe would move there. Like
Okay.
a decade or so.
Okay, you can do it. But no, I didn't. I guess I did go to a museum. I went to the Rocky Steps.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that what?
I think that's like that's not the road in, is it?
I don't know. I did a boot camp class there on the Rocky
Did you really?
Steps. Yeah. Running up them.
Funny. I did like a slight jog.
Oh
So,
yeah.
like, did it for like 5
You did
minutes
a
and then I was like,
slight
oh,
jog. I love it. That's cool.
space a little bit up.
I'm kind of putting together some things too as well, just like because I think, some of the prototyping features that we have in XD is like really cool. I feel like they put so much in there that I want to like kind of review some because there's like auto animate,
Yeah.
and that's all we got. Just kidding. Timed animations,
Yeah.
transitions,
Nice.
like swiping capability, like so many different things you can do.
For sure.
So
Yeah, there are many options.
I'll make sure I pull up some examples of some of
Nice.
that stuff.
My former professor's on the chat. Hi, Alberto Cairo.
Oh, Alberto.
Yeah. Taught me everything I know about data visualization. This is the man.
Oh, yay. He's so nice, too.
He's the best.
Thank you, Alberto. Well, Alberto, I hope you win, chat, and win, because that's what that clock is doing over on that side of the screen. We'll just pick somebody at random and give you some free stuff just to say thanks for hanging out with us. So, and thank you, Daria. Philadelphia Museum of Art. I guess that's
Yes,
the
that's
art
the one.
museum.
It's great. I also went to like the Barnes, I think, which is near there. They have like, I think, a concentration of museums nearby.
Okay. I usually will, like, I'm interested in like some of the fancy cocktail bars and the coffee, you know, scene at new places that I go to.
I feel like the coffee culture is like a good way to see what the city's like. It's like a nice view into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so Alberto Cairo, University of Miami, School of Community. Is that where you went?
Yeah, that's where I just graduated. I got my MFA there, and I graduated like about a month ago or so. So very recent. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So how many degrees do you, like, what do you have in terms of your degrees?
I have 2 degrees.
Okay.
I have a BFA and an MFA.
Okay.
They all end with
What is the BFA in?
Photography.
Yeah, that's really cool. Started out in photography, and then you went into, your MFA was in data visualization or communications?
So the program was interactive media.
Interactive
and
media.
then my like concentrations were UX design and data viz.
Okay, cool. Very cool.
Yeah, it was a fun time. Shout out to all UM alumni. Let's see.
All right.
Did you ever watch SNL when Kristen Wiig was on there?
I did.
Good times.
She was great.
Yeah. I loved
the
Target sketch. Did you see that one?
Yeah, where she's the checkout girl.
Yeah.
She's so funny.
It's so good.
That's the exact one I was thinking of when I thought of her on SNL.
Yeah?
Was that lady.
So good. Also, Tiny Hands is, I think, iconic.
Oh, Tiny Hands is pretty iconic.
So good.
That's funny. Oh, man. But it's tough. I think, you know, SNL, just like anything, she talks about that. She does comedians in cars getting coffee with Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see that.
She talks about, like, because it's pretty tough being on SNL because you're constantly, like, trying to come up with characters.
And it's, like, weekly, so you were, like, constantly.
Yeah. So you're working on adding titles in XD here?
Yeah. So what I'm working on, too, is I have this timeline feature. And so what I'm doing is breaking it. I have these kind of pre-chosen categories that I did, and I categorized the comedians. So based on their like decade or what the years they were active in, just kind of breaking it down by genre. So we have pioneers of comedy. So this is the sliding timeline that you'll see in action once it's prototyped. Then you have working women. Then we scroll over to Golden Girls, to diversity in comedy, then SNL generation. Remember Kristen Wiig's Tiny Hands forever.
Yeah.
And then now I'm gonna do the timeline for present comedians.
Okay.
So I guess ladies of now.
Ladies of now, I like it.
Thanks. Let's see.
And I'm also working in XD, just like some different approaches of this, just for fun.
Nice.
Just so you know.
For sure. It's always interesting to see like different takes too. Kind of helps inspire.
Yeah. And I'm gonna, while you do that, I'll switch to my screen.
Sure.
Like we talked about just kind of doing, you know, we talked about repeat grid, because so I need to actually duplicate this a number of times, and maybe I'll make this a little bit darker so everybody can see.
Nice.
But like I need to do this like multiple times. I could do a copy and paste, you know, paste and move it over, but since I need to do this like 6 times, I could just do repeat grid right up here, boom, and then I can just go
it's amazing.
out like that. And then even if I don't, you know, yeah, I just need to sort of duplicate things multiple times.
Right.
That's all I need to do, and then I can obviously change this to 60s, 70s, and 80s. So
solid.
Anyway.
Also, a great illustration that you've made.
Oh, thank you so much. Still kind of working on it, but
no, it looks amazing. So then, just now that I have that slideshow, the timeline kind of filled in, I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the detail pages. So we have pioneers of comedy. Then we want to talk about kind of their demographics. Pull this in here. So having the demographics as part of the symbols is such a time saver. Just pulling in these little, I kind of categorize them by the different categories.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's a good way to like organize information.
Yeah, totally. And they're reusable. Oh,
Yeah.
XD full screen. Can we make that?
Yeah, of course.
Full screen.
Right over here.
There we go. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Let's see. You zoom into this too. Select the background. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Pick up Lucy. Oh.
Cool. Yeah, and it's all about that like information hierarchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this demographics. That's cool.
Just trying to select this so I can enlarge it a little bit.
Yeah, you do have those behind it.
Yeah. Let me go to my layers. There we go. So if I just select all these guys, then I can scale them up.
Yeah, and that's why, like, yeah, I've realized with the layers panel, it's easier to select things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It sometimes just makes it easier to, and just to see the stacking order.
For sure.
You know, there was a while there in XD where we actually didn't have a layers panel.
Oh, really?
Like this is obviously a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
So there was a debate of whether you even need layers, but it's definitely good for just seeing a list of all the elements that are on your artboard and for selecting them.
For sure.
Yeah, for
I think
those
it's
two.
definitely helpful.
Yeah.
So then I can make a legend here for what the different background colors mean. So this is just the changing demographics for the pioneers of comedy.
Cool. And yeah, to answer your question, Kerwin, this is for web, right?
Yes, it's a website.
Cool.
Yeah. Something like this. Do you fly back home today?
I do. I have to take off this afternoon.
Oh, wow.
Gotta zip back.
Yeah.
Got things to do.
Things to do, people to see.
People to see, just, lives to change in
Yeah.
a good way.
Mountains to climb.
Mountains to climb.
Packages to receive.
Which is coming today again, by the way. The
Yes.
same one that got
The same
stolen.
one? Your clear tarp.
My clear tarp is showing up today again.
Nice.
And I gotta make sure it's
That was a great story.
Again, you have ring doorbell, which Ring, all it does is just like, yeah, you think it's a security measure. No. It just gives you a front row viewing of watching your stuff get stolen off your
so
porch.
sad.
So that's what's happening. That's the situation.
I have a good feeling about this tarp.
I do too. I do too. All right, Sihad from Stuttgart, Germany. Good to have you here. You'll probably
Welcome.
help us with some of these details because I think even this morning people have been really helpful in like determining if there are a lot, like they'll catch any details that we might miss.
Right.
So we just really appreciate you hanging out with us. So good to have you here.
Yeah.
And yeah, Brienne, I'm only here when they need me. And then they just like say, you can go now. That's what they tell me.
I feel like you're a prepared flyer.
A what?
Like a prepared flyer.
Oh yeah, like I'm always ready to
Yeah.
go. Totally.
Yeah. Nice. Like a jet setter.
The trick there is to just honestly, if you can, have duplicates of everything. Like
Yeah.
just have a set of toiletries and everything's in a room and it's all everything. I like I have like 2 toothbrushes,
Wow.
and 2 of everything, and that's just like ready to go.
Yeah.
Even with my laptop bag, I have extra power cords and things like that,
Nice.
where all I need to do is grab my laptop and
Yeah.
slam it in there and then leave.
And you're ready to go?
Yep,
That's
the
awesome.
idea.
That's super. I feel like I'm an okay flyer. Like I definitely could use some preparation help.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
No,
a little bit of
it's-
nervous flyer too.
It's just, you know, I mean, it just kind of takes experience and understanding all
For
those little
sure.
nuances of, you know, how it all works. You know?
Yeah.
Just a whole thing. All right, I don't want to give away too much, but I was going to do some prototyping.
Oh yeah, sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's
I
totally
think
fine.
this is kind of
collaborate.
fun to do. So let me just show this really fast. You might like this. So this is just kind of
Yeah.
fun because I was thinking, okay, if we do a timeline, you know, we have this. This is Lucille Ball right here, and we'll have other characters. I'll bring those in. But I was just working on the transition from one screen to the next screen. So all I did is duplicate it. Right, we're keeping in mind the names of everything stays the same, but on the second screen, this is where I could go like, zoop,
Nice.
scale this up. Again, holding down the Option key, kind of expanding that out. We'll shift this over like this.
Oh, that's cool.
So this is 1950. We'll add some text, which is like, you know, the info will go here. But what I want to do in this case is add some lorem ipsum. So there's plugins available. This is where I'll just drop in. Let me select that box first.
I installed the lorem ipsum plugin.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
good.
great.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's just like really easy.
For
just
sure.
Dropping in this, and you can determine whether you want it with punctuation or without. And here's kind of more details or whatever. But so what we have here is we have 2 screens. There's some contents that's the same and some new stuff. And what I want to do is go into prototype. We're going to link these 2 screens together. Boop. And then we'll just set this. It's defaults to transition usually. We'll just do auto animate. So as long as its same name exists on the next screen, it'll do it just fine. I'll make this duration for like 1 second so everybody can see the transition a little easier. And then we'll just like click play. So I'm going to go
Looks
here.
great.
And we'll click, and then it goes
Oh, I
like
love that.
Right, and we can actually have it go back too, by the way. We'll link it back. Auto animate, it'll keep your last settings.
Yeah.
So it'll just kind of bounce back and forth.
That looks solid. I love that.
That works pretty well, huh?
Yeah.
Shoot.
So cool.
Well, we could probably, it would be fun to even animate the mask. So you see, maybe it's a tight crop of her face and then reveals more of her, like a full-figured view.
Yeah.
Would be another fun,
That'd be really
fun
cool.
way to do things. But I mean, I'd say, you know, when we got this auto animate feature, just made everything like really exciting.
Yeah. When did it launch?
Probably, I don't remember exactly. I can actually check, but probably about 4 to 6 months ago.
Wow. So recent.
Yes.
Down.
So again, XD allows you to design and prototype for really any screen, pretty much any experience. What you just saw there, guess what? Like this could take the place of PowerPoint or Keynote. Like use it for presentations.
For
Because
sure.
honestly, don't you love how like fast it is?
Yeah. I feel like
there's
it's so
no
seamless
lag.
too.
When you
Yeah.
when you launch it, it doesn't take long at all to
Yeah.
open up XD.
For sure.
So it's like, let me just jump in and make something, even if it's just a presentation.
And you can record it too, which is great.
And then you could, exactly.
You can like send your interactions, your explorations. I think it's a great tool.
Yeah, yeah, that is very cool.
I'm a fan.
All
Get my
right.
folder. Drag in. So replacing these guys.
Ooh.
Fran. Then after her, Miss Mary Tyler Moore, which I still think is like the best theme song for a show.
Yeah, how does that go? You are hilarious. That was actually the intro music for Chat and Win, because that's what's happening right now. We're going to dive into Chat and Win right now. Welcome back, everybody. Good to have you here. So it's time for Chat and Win. Basically, we're going to give away 100 stickers to somebody at random in chat. All you need to do is say something in English in chat. Name your, since we were just talking about theme songs and shows, you can name your favorite show.
Yeah.
Which is really hard to do. Mine would be New Girl right now.
Nice.
Like I've talked about this week. Just something in there so we know it's not a cat walking on a keyboard and it's actually human. Win, win, win also works too.
Yes.
So
Chat and Win.
We'll just pick somebody at random. And to answer your question, I think auto animate. Man, oh, there it is. October of last year.
Oh wow.
That's
okay.
definitely like 8 months ago.
Yeah.
But speaking of winners, we have June Johnny.
Congratulations.
June Johnny, congratulations. You are a winner of Chat and Win. So you're going to get 100 stickers. You can make whatever you want and have that printed up and cover your laptop.
That's awesome.
Just tag the neighborhood. I don't know.
Make your mark.
Excuse me. Sorry. So congratulations.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So someone says GOT, which I assume is Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
I have not seen the show.
You haven't?
No. Have you
Shame
seen it?
on you. I've only seen like a couple episodes.
Oh yeah.
I watched the first 2. And then I watched the final 2.
Oh, I heard those were really controversial.
Yeah, the ending was like, yeah, I guess we could probably talk about that all day long. Was not to people's likings, but
yeah,
that's all right. That happens.
Happens.
Yeah.
Just gonna.
What are you doing? Ending, you know, there's an art to like ending things and making those transitions. You know, sometimes it's done well, sometimes it's like harder than you think. So
for sure.
Who knows? They did
like
the same thing with Sopranos, I feel. Oh. That was just like a fade to black ending.
Really?
Yeah.
I never saw The Sopranos, but my dad was obsessed with it.
Oh, really?
He had like the whole box set DVDs.
So all you're doing right now is just, all you need to do is click and drag. It can be any container or any shape. You can fill that with a photo from like your desktop.
Yeah.
And it makes that mask.
It's
and
great.
You can control it from there. Oh, Jordan Crawford's with you. Hasn't seen Game of Thrones either.
Nice. Maybe one day.
Voodoo Val, who's like, I think an expert on everything like fantasy related, says don't bother after season 7.
Oh, really? Prof. Cairo says I missed the good stuff in the sessions between. Let's see. Another
thing that I'm going to set up as well, because I think this is really cool. I think for the timeline, we'll do the dragging.
Okay, cool.
So I'll just like put together a demo of that.
Nice. So I have my accordion set up, so I'm just going to duplicate it for the different genres, categories. So let's do Fran.
Okay. Thank you, Voodoo Val, for your continued support with the apps, and then all things pop culture related as well. Pop culture fantasy related.
It's funny. Let's do Lebo.
Oh, yeah.
Right there. I think it's actually with the Z. Yes.
Fran Lebowitz.
And then drag in Fran there.
I like it. Sadiq, just so you know, we are going to do portfolio reviews in like 50 minutes. So just check that tab, portfolio review tab, and submit yours there, and we'll pick a couple at random, if you will.
exciting.
Yeah.
This is good for Fran. Do some filler text. I feel like I need a good solid blazer, like a Fran Lebowitz or like an Ellen.
Oh yeah. So, yeah. Do you have a? I mean, it's cool when you have people that have like a signature look. Or a signature
like a uniform.
Item. Yeah, just like something you're known for. Like you're the person. I don't know, but that's also like very pigeonholing somebody into something.
That's true.
I'm all about Lululemon these days.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm just like, I'm always ready to break out into a sprint.
That's awesome. I don't think I've ever stepped into a Lululemon. How's the environment?
Super cool, but it's just pricey. It's expensive clothing. That's the thing. Like, but you know, I'd say for the most part, like their materials, like they don't fade. Mm-hmm. I think, yeah, they fit really well in my opinion.
Nice.
They fit well, and I feel like they're gonna last a long time.
That's good.
So yeah. And
it's like motivating, right? Because it's athleisure, so you always want to like do something when you're in it.
Yeah, exactly. Just nice, stretchy. Oh yeah, and then they don't wrinkle hardly.
That's great.
Either. So they're like perfect for traveling. It's awfully nice.
That's great. Shirley and then Libby. Just doing my drag. So putting in Shirley. And then we'll have Whoopi. Cool.
All right, I'm putting together the drag. Dragging is just so easy. I think you're going to be really excited about this.
Yeah.
I hope you are.
Looks great already. I feel like I'm already stoked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna resize these a little bit.
Okay. I guess while you work on that, can I show everybody?
Yeah, for sure.
So, switch back over here. I'm going to do sort of the dragging of the timeline. Mm-hmm. And just keep in mind, just imagine if there's like multiple. I'm sorry I have 2 Lucille balls, but basically we want to be able to kind of drag through this. So this is what you would do, is you'd have this sort of like timeline. You'd probably try to get as much of it squared away as possible, but this element is actually pretty long, right? Mm-hmm. And there might be her here, and then there might be another icon like over here. So I kind of make sure it's on there a little bit, but I'll take this, I'll duplicate it. So now I have these 2 screens, and then I'll just do my adjustments. So this one will slide over here. This one will slide in like that. We'll take this and we'll slide that in like that. So everything's at a different spot.
Yeah.
And when I go to prototype, still do the same thing. We're gonna have it auto animate, right? Mm-hmm. Auto animate, but we're gonna instead of on a tap, it's gonna be on a drag.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm gonna click and drag, or even with my finger, but in this case with my mouse on my desktop. So click, and then we'll drag.
That's so cool.
And we can see it kind of move back and forth.
Yeah.
So that's fun. It's fun
I like
depth that it creates too, huh?
Yeah.
Like.
And I kind of love that like negative space and you have these pops of color.
Yes.
It's a nice balance.
Yeah. Thank you.
I really like that.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'll just like continue to work on that, but like, man, they keep on adding more and more things to XD, and it's almost hard to keep up too.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. Because the drag is fairly new within the past 6 months as well.
How do you keep so updated? Do you kind of like teach yourself weekly? Do you have?
Yeah, we'll push updates. Mm-hmm. So usually and let's just make sure, but usually in the Creative Cloud desktop app right over here, it'll ask you to update. And it will usually like give a note. So like there might be some like, look, I need to update dimension. So right here it'll just be like what's new. So that's kind of how you find out.
Gotcha.
But also if you do just search for Adobe XD new features,
yeah,
you could see this is where I kind of reviewed when Auto Animate was available. But yeah, all the various features over the in the past.
Yeah.
So yeah, and what we do is, I mean, not to tie us into a schedule, but we do typically update it once a month.
Oh, okay.
Each month we add more to it.
Yeah.
So.
That's good. It feels like you're constantly learning too.
Yeah, yeah.
So I actually had some charts that I had in my old project. And fun fact, Illustrator is a pretty great tool to like edit some charts in.
The what?
Illustrator is a pretty great tool.
Yeah, yeah.
So just dragging in some of these existing elements that I've had previously. So this is Pioneers.
Yeah, Brienne wishes After Effects was that easy for animating.
Yeah. I haven't played around much with After Effects.
Yeah, it is like the pro app for animation, which is awesome, but yeah, it's yeah, I love After Effects.
Yeah. So interested in how like white, a contrast of like pink and white can break up the page a little bit.
I like that too.
So let me try to see if I move this down here. Moving over some of this stuff. So maybe demographics is here. Can move over some search results. And again, I feel like I've been playing around with the scaling, but I feel like it's always one of those things that is subject to change.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and on that note, that's a good question, Kerwin, about XD bringing in Excel sheets or CSV files like InDesign. And actually, you can with a plugin. And I would have to pull up I don't have an Excel spreadsheet, but it's called Google Sheets.
Cool.
So you could paste in that Google Sheet link or load that CSV like you're saying.
Yeah.
And I think you do have to have something selected because it does need to put this content somewhere. And then the thing is like you can also then choose to refresh that content. So somebody else could be working on that Google Sheet content, you refresh it here, it appears accordingly. So yeah.
Nice.
That's the nice thing about like plugins is like
whoever's
making that stuff, it helps Adobe out because you're like, okay, you're helping us. I'm so glad we have plugins now.
It just allows for so much like flexibility too.
Yeah, it does. And it's easier on, because in some of those cases maybe you don't want a zillion features in XD that you'll never use.
Yeah.
So some of these, like if it's something more obscure, it could, for the specific use cases, you could load it in.
Mm-hmm. Do something here, just make this a little bit thinner.
Yeah, it gets harder and harder to keep up with this app sometimes. And the nice thing is you don't really have to, you don't need to know the latest and greatest. But when you're ready for it, I guess just think logically. Like if something's taking you a long time, just ask yourself if there's an easier way
to do it.
And there's a chance that there could be an easier way. You know, and that maybe somebody wrote a plugin for it or something.
It's true.
Yeah.
I thought I had a white background, but it's probably somewhere here in my layers.
You can probably draw one.
Yeah, let's do that. Then drag it down over here. Cool. So let me scale this down a bit.
Did you do those, the illustrations you did you do those in, like, how did you do these watercolors?
I did it on Adobe Sketch on the iPad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That looks great.
Yeah, I want to show a thing or two.
Yeah. It's over here. Alignment.
Do you mind handing me that?
Oh, this right over here?
Yeah.
Here you are.
Thank you.
Let's see. Cool.
Oh, yeah. Brienne wants to know about your MFA experience.
It was great. So it was a 2-year program. It's the Interactive Media Program at University of Miami, and I specialized in data visualization and user experience design. It was a really great program because you kind of got a variety of everything. Like I learned how to code, I learned how to really design for people and best practices and experiences. It was really great.
Nice.
Yeah, I knew that I was like interested in, I think when I did my BFA, I was really interested in visually communicating information.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I did my MFA, it kind of like all clicked together and I was like, oh, this is a path for me. This is what I really like to do.
Yeah, that's
So yeah,
very cool.
I hope that helps answer your question, Brienne.
How long did you go to school? Because you have 2 degrees. Like, how many years did it take for you to get those?
So my undergrad was like 4,
Okay.
and then my grad was 2.
Okay.
So 6 years total?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
It's fun times. Where did you go for school?
I went to Rocky Mountain College of Art and Design
Nice.
in Denver, where I graduated with an illustration degree in '95, long time ago.
That's awesome. How'd you like it there?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Nice.
It was awesome. They recently honored me with a Radiance Award.
Really?
Which is like a career achievement award.
That's super
me and
cool.
one other person, they were like very first one.
Yeah.
So they gave me that a couple weeks ago. So
That's
that was like
amazing.
super special.
Congrats.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really just really cool and touching. And so some of my stuff's up in a gallery at the school.
That's amazing.
And then we had a big award ceremony
Yeah.
and all this thing. This was like pretty awesome.
That's so cool.
I'm super lucky.
I like the name, Rocky Mountain.
Rocky Mountain College of Art and Design in Denver,
Nice.
Colorado. And on that note, maybe I can kind of switch over to this iPad. Fantastic. Since we are talking about illustration, you used Adobe Sketch,
Yeah.
which is great. Also, we have Gemini, so Project Gemini, which is what this is. And this is going to be sort of like potentially the new way of
It looks so good.
potentially drawing. So there's obviously pencil tools. I kind of wanted to show you just like even when it comes to like coloring, let's just kind of get a sort of a nice skin tone here and show you like, so we have watercolor,
Nice.
see how it moves. So this is
Yeah.
what I wanted to show you yesterday. So we can layer this down and say we want to add a little more pink in her cheeks.
Yeah.
We can just, of course, get that more pink color. But see what it does as we add it. See how it spreads just like as if it's watercolor.
That's amazing.
It's a live brush.
That's
Isn't
so
that cool?
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
So
The
you-
texture is amazing.
Yeah, it is so good. And you can, let's turn that off. Just the other one's like oil. So I could also just work in, oops, sorry, hold on. Let me undo. Oil, selecting one of these. But this is the oil brush.
Oh,
See how that
cool.
looks?
It looks great.
So I could also use this. And by the way, it's showing me my recent colors. So I can go in. And by the way, I can turn off reload brush color. So it means I'm not going back to the well and cleaning my brush. It's gonna kind of pick up some of that pink and reuse it.
That's amazing.
And you could just do like a lot of blending and various things too. But it looks cool, huh?
Yeah. When will it be released?
We're still working on it, so we can't really.
TBA.
Yeah, TBD.
That's so cool.
So
I love that.
Yeah, still working on it. We can't give you a date because we're still working on it. We don't know when we're going to finish. We have some internal deadlines, but you just never know what's going to happen. And we'd rather under-promise and over-deliver, or just not promise a date and deliver.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah.
But it's something to look forward to.
Yeah, and it is. I mean, it's definitely coming for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So,
Nice. Let me try exploring some prototyping. This timeline concept. So let's say this is my landing page. go to the prototyping tool, and I want to drag over here. Actually, I should do it from the enter button. So let's say I want to go here. And I kind of like the idea of having like an arrow down so you're able to see kind of the specific category of comedians. So let's say I get this over here. Let's do that. But I'm also interested in this sliding. Cool. Can copy interactions.
There we go. Yeah, tap, transition.
Slide right.
Yeah, sweet. Slide.
Nice. I think there's an extra arrow here. I think this is on. Nice. Cool. All right, so let's see what that looks like.
And let's
Actually, let me hotspot home first.
yeah, and this is interesting. So like, yeah, like where do you, so basically what's happening is, see that little, that house? That says that it's going to start there.
Oh, I see.
But if you want to start there, you can hit the home button, hit that little.
Right here?
No, right next to it, yeah.
Oh, I
Like
see.
right there, click there. That means this is going to be the page you start at.
Gotcha.
If you want to. So I think that for some reason I picked the other one.
Yeah. So
And you can wire up the things you need to.
So if it goes home, I want it to go here. So let's say I want to start here. Cool. So my original project didn't have a landing page, and I thought that having a landing page would be a really good way to introduce the project. And like we talked about, having like these previews of the comedians that were featured is like a good way to get people excited about it. Oh, so Brienne says, how long have you been working on this project? So it was actually a school project that I did in the fall, and then I took some time to reflect on it. And but when I worked on it for my class, I'd say like 4 months or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Took some time, yeah. Oh, Deb, also an alumni from UM. Hey, Deb.
Oh,
See her in the
really?
chat.
Oh, nice.
Or a current student, soon to be alumni. But yeah, so we have this here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Quick, that slides up.
So let's say you do Carol. Then you have that. Cool. So maybe I can work on...
One thing. Okay, cool. I gotta check out some things. Because what you could do is you could wire up the nav bar at the top to point to the various pages that they need to, and then just do a copy and paste of the whole asset.
Oh, that's smart.
But you'd have to delete it off the other ones.
Gotcha. So then get rid of this here.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's see.
And then delete it looks like you have the home menu and about, like, text
Oh, yeah.
there still.
Let's get rid of that.
If you could select the little, like...
House.
Or no, just like, do you want... I would get rid of those, because we need to replace
Oh, right. You're
those.
right. The links.
Yeah.
Just like that. Cool.
And you could... Yeah, you got it. Perfect.
Just deleting some stuff now.
And that's what usually happens. Like,
yeah.
You know, it's funny because it's not only that, like, it's not only till, like, after you've pasted it everywhere, you're like...
You're like, oh,
that's
wait.
when you're like, yeah, I should have made that.
For sure.
Like, yeah.
But that's why I think prototyping is so important. Because you get to see, like, oh, this doesn't work. I should do this other route.
Yeah. Yep. Because you kind of just don't know in the beginning.
cool.
We also have Photoshop for the iPad coming out.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully everybody likes that.
So home, we'll link to this page, menu, we'll link to this page, and about.
And you can, I would actually like you, and you can make this whole menu, like make the top menu a component as well. Like
like add it
like
as
a
one symbol?
Yeah.
That's what I did with the other one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I can go back to design.
The thing is, I don't, yeah, so just in case, yeah.
Make symbol. Cool. So then if I paste it over, those prototyping actions will still...
I don't think it's going to come with it. I was just about to test that out.
Okay.
But this is what you would, yes, when you paste it, it's so the prototyping, the linking doesn't stay with the component in the library, but you can copy. You can link it all up and do a copy and paste. When you copy and paste, it'll those.
Gotcha.
So link it up now. Link the home menu and about.
I have it linked here, so I have the home.
Do you have the
here menu?
Does the menu go anywhere?
Right over here to the timeline page, I want to say.
Okay.
Oh no. So actually.
Yeah, select it. And then click on it. Just click on that button.
This one?
Yeah, just like click on the.
Right
there you go.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and now go choose an artboard. Let's see if it,
let's
see if the name of this one appears. I don't know what the name of this one's called.
Yeah, let
so
me
scroll
actually make this name. This is the menu. Yeah. So maybe if I.
Yeah.
Cool. And then go back up here. I think you were saying it was.
And you can also point to it, but yeah, you'll have it.
Nice. So menu links. Cool.
Cool. Okay, so now select that.
This guy.
And then just there we go. Perfect. Now copy it. Command C, and now select another page. Command V.
Nice.
And what you can do is you can actually select multiple artboards. Command V, and it'll paste on all the
them?
artboards.
That's super cool. Let's try that out. Cool, so I'll do a V on these. Nice.
See? Boom.
It's like a beautiful spider web.
And you could actually do a click and drag with marquee and select all, but this is perfect.
Nice. Cool. Awesome. So let's say enter. So let's say you want to go to about. So this is something I needed to paste the nav bar on the about page. Yeah. But something that I thought was interesting too is because this kind of was a longer project, was having like a little bit more detail. So this eventually would be resolved text, but maybe dividing it into 3 categories where it's like an overview of the project and then a little bit about the process.
Yeah.
And then talking about the next steps. You know, where do I see the project in the future? What would I like to do?
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we should show people because this screen is scrolling, which is nice.
Oh yeah.
Can you just open up this or show this
this page?
Yeah, minimize this, but go to the page and just so people.
Yeah.
Select it.
Right over here.
And then go to your design view. Because this is the fold line, so you're gonna scroll to see that additional content. But all you need to do is just resize that artboard.
Yeah.
And then you can scroll it. And technically off to the side, it says what you need to. So the viewport height, that's that dotted line, is that size. And the scrolling is gonna be vertical. So you can shut it off and turn it on, whatever.
Super cool.
Yeah.
So while I'm here, have the symbol of it, so I'll add that nav to the page. So I'll go over here. Symbol. Let's say it's this one. And it is. Cool. Yeah, I love the symbols feature, I have to say, like, repeat of it.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
And it's just getting like smarter and smarter.
Yeah.
So awesome. Yeah, let me...
Sizing this up a little bit. So this were the demographics too, so I categorize them by ethnicity. So this is cool. And this one you can see, because we're in the category of working women, you can see the women that came before them as well as the women in the current genre. And they're color coded based on ethnicity. Maybe a little bit smaller would be good.
All right. Yeah, Ariana, you can copy and paste multiple artboards at the same copy and paste elements onto multiple artboards at the same time. There's lots of interesting things you can do with even the copying and pasting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Let's see.
Lucille. I'll show this other quick feature real fast. So, and like you're doing with your symbols, I'd probably maybe do the same thing with, like you do the same thing with character styles, by the way, which is nice. So we do that. We can add like body copy. But I like doing this because like, what if I have this other information, right? And maybe it's in a, 3 different people's names. And I want to copy this style. I can do a copy, so edit copy. And I can right click on this and I can paste appearance. Oh. So not do a paste of the element, but paste, it actually just paste the appearance of those elements. And then it pastes that appearance. So just kind of keep that in mind. You would do a typical copy and that goes for like a number of things, but just kind of keep that in mind. You can paste, and of course you can paste, like if this links to there, you can copy it right over here, and you can paste interaction as well.
That's super cool.
So it's...
I like that scale too, for their names.
Yeah, it's kind of nice, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just kind of making it larger and going with a light font, like you're saying. You said you like that, but since it's larger, don't be too overbearing with the word.
Right.
But get what you want. Copy.
For sure.
Paste appearance. Cool.
Looks great.
Thank you so much.
Nice. So then doing this and moving search results a little bit over here. Actually. Going to be a little bit smaller to allow room for the graph. Then I'll go ahead and do it here as well. Paul, did you know what you wanted to be when you were a kid? Like, grow up to be?
What's that?
Did you know your career of choice, or?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think I was like super lucky in that I think I was, but like, because I was like I drew in school, so I was kind of like the art kid. So I already figured that I'd probably go to art school because that was like my best guess. And yeah, so I think I kind of always known. And even what I do today, I think it's interesting. I used to write out a lot of goals.
Oh, yeah?
I do a lot, and I still have a lot of that stuff, and I still do it. But I was also very into like, I want to be an art director.
Nice.
And I really wanted to be a public speaker. So like, I want to be good. And I was like super shy as a kid.
Were you really?
Interesting. Super shy.
I wouldn't have guessed.
Yeah, it would be, so exactly. Which is very interesting knowing that I wanted to be a public speaker, but I was so shy.
Yeah.
Because I think it was like something that I admired people that could, so I like wanted to be able to do it. So it's interesting now that I have the job where I do like, of course, speak publicly, and I kind of do an art direction thing. So I feel like I described my job a long time ago before it like even existed.
That's amazing. You like paved out your route.
Yeah, I mean, like you should definitely. You need to define who you are before you let somebody else or let chance happen to it. You know? But you determine who you want to become and don't let anybody else do that for you.
For sure. I think you also like spoke it into existence, right?
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think you're exactly right. I think we're all these ships that are like we're moving a direction.
Yeah.
And you could be moving aimlessly, but you're moving forward. Like time is passing. Yeah. It's just hopefully you're getting a little better, even with XD and UX and UI with these daily creative challenges. Yeah. People are getting better and better. Times better and better and better and better. It's like so cool. Because it's also finite. You could be the expert. For sure. In so many things. It's like you are. Oh, sorry, so loud. With, you literally have a master's degree. Yeah. Which is awesome. Yeah. So you can actually master things. And over time, you just end up being the expert. Because time's going to pass whether you like it to or not. That's true. I think it's like time passing is a scary thought. But then, like, it's just you have to kind of get over that anxiety and dedicate yourself to, like, okay, maybe I can. We're getting very deep. Yeah. No, it's true. And that's like Voodoo Val. She does the Photoshop Daily Creative Challenges. Like, it's just like little baby steps every day lead to just like conquering mountains. Yeah. So that's why I'm glad. Val does You Do What You Do. Val does what she does. We had Melody in here earlier. Yeah. It's kind of awesome. So I'm going to resize this. Okay. When you click one by one, how are you selecting? You can select all the layers in one click. If you want to select all the layers, you can hold on the Shift key and click on one, then click the last one. Yeah. Just in general. I'm a little bit of a clicker. I think everyone has their personal like style. So I think I do a lot of clicks. Yeah, no, you are good. So this kind of keeps filling, but that's okay. I can add a rectangle. So there. Maybe you want to make this a little bit bigger. Oh, do you know Deb Pang Davis? I do. Oh, okay. Hi, Deb. Nice. Yeah, Deb's in the same program that I'm in. So just gonna add that rectangle here, and then shift it to there. Sweet. Yeah, Sadiq, we're not you got the wrong, we're not WordPress here. Sorry, buddy. What you can do though is like use XD to obviously like do your prototyping. Yeah. Before you dive into the coding part, or the WordPress part, I guess, right? But for WordPress, typically you would use something like Dreamweaver, ultimately, to do your coding. I do have a video on how to integrate a WordPress into Dreamweaver. Nice. So there's that out there on YouTube for you. But we want you to hang out here with us. Cool. So now that I have these two categories, see how it's looking on the prototype. Back over here. Click on this Carol Burnett. Go back. Nice. So this is the genre, working women. Cool. Looks like I have to fix a few. Hello, Jahid. Good to have you here. Hi, Jahid. Just joining us. So we're working in Adobe XD. This is a website design and prototype now. As you can see those lines, everything's kind of like linking together.
Yes.
And that's basically what's happening. Should catch you up. But also join us in less than 20 minutes. We're going to do portfolio reviews.
Submissions coming in. I'm excited. It's my first portfolio review.
Oh. Yeah, it's gonna be good. I'll check on that right now. Yeah, get them in. We're ready for you. This will be good. Did you know what you wanted to do? You did photography initially.
Yeah, I like figured that out, I think, junior year of high school. And then it was really interesting. I was like into documentary film.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what my like focus was on. And then I still have a love for it, but I think I just wanted to expand like my methods of visual communication.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that is awesome.
I always wanted to like make things.
You did something smart here with this button. If you can kind of zoom in on that, because you made that hit area for the button like much bigger than just the two lines.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's just like a good call. And I don't know if that's just an invisible box or what.
I actually think that's the symbol. Like I made the arrow into a symbol, and I think maybe that's like the width of the arrow itself. Like it's a PNG.
Oh yeah, okay, PNG file. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. And the big thing is like, again, sometimes I make the mistake of making just the graphic, the button, when you could actually have your hit area be a larger box, as you can see right here. And again, your arrow is right here. Excuse me. But this element right here, this is where you just go ahead and, have it like turn that off and make it like semi-transparent.
Nice. That's really smart.
Or totally transparent.
Yeah.
And then just make it a component, or just click this plus sign, and now it's a symbol. And actually can be resized and all that fun stuff too.
That's super cool.
Which that's the power of components, right? So
yeah.
If, again, I can drop on a couple of them. If I edit this, if I add some text in here, there's so many cool things we can do.
Yeah. And the kind of benefit of that too is like by having this kind of hidden box area, it doesn't, the hotspots don't get lost, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You're never like looking for them.
Yeah, kind of keeps and let's just do it next. Anyways, so you can when I make this a component, we can have this text. I can change this text to something else. Next.
Yeah.
They're still linked together. It's still linked together. And this is not a great example, but yeah, that's kind of what's happening there.
Super
Components
cool.
are actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Even for resizing as well. Notice what's happening when and again, this is not a good example. But as I resize this, it doesn't stretch out the text and the arrow. It actually knows, that should probably be on that side.
Yeah.
And I can expand that out, and then I can change this to forward.
It's an intuitive arrow.
Yeah. Isn't that cool though?
That's super cool.
And again, bring this down. So much less work.
Yeah.
That if you think about it, it's like really smart what's happening.
I had a question for you.
Yeah.
What was that font again? That typeface that we used yesterday that was kind of decorative, and it was like an Adobe.
Oh, that was Lust Script Pro.
Gotcha. So yesterday we were talking about favorite fonts, and that was yours,
Lust
right?
was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I think I still have it.
Yeah.
The file up, and because it has lots of flourishes with it.
Yeah. I wonder if I have it on here.
There it is. That's what it looks like.
That's a good one.
And that's the idea. It's just like you have all these different options for the various letters.
So cool. I probably have to download the...
You do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Super cool. Do you have any favorite typefaces? Internet?
Yeah, let us know. Favorites.
So what did this one do? Tap time. What I want it to do is slide right. That's right.
Homunculus.
Huh.
I don't know if you're talking about a font there, but it's fascinating.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. Posi type. Oh, Voodoo Valix Lust too.
Or I think she might have just been answering the question.
Oh, I see.
For my font, because she knows me too well.
So with the sliding transition, would you recommend having like a tap, versus a transition on auto animate instead?
I would do, I would definitely do it on tap.
Mm-hmm.
I would do it on tap for sure.
And then transition, slide right.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's definitely what I would do.
Nice.
In this case, that works out perfect.
Cool.
Exactly right. Yep.
That's what I have. Let me make sure it's on all of these. Transition, cool.
Avenir's a good one. Awesome.
I love Avenir. I think it's a classic.
Montserrat, Playfair, Benton Sands.
Benton Sands.
Does Courier New count? No, because I don't like that font.
Really?
I mean, I don't think there's anything interesting about it.
It's
That's the
wide.
thing. It's like there are no bad fonts. There's just bad uses of fonts.
Yeah.
Like Courier, every Comic Sans has a place.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's used in the wrong places.
Right.
And that's
and the
what's
wrong
with it.
colors too, often.
And the wrong colors.
Yeah.
It's really the chance when somebody wants to make something fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's when they pick Comic Sans.
Yeah. Or like a garage sale. I feel like it's a garage sale typeface.
Yeah, is that a font? Garage sale?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, at garage sales.
Yeah.
But that's true. There should be a font called garage sale
That's actually
that gets used
true.
at garage sales.
Nice. Next project. We'll be
next
launching
project.
that.
Yeah, into it. Railway is a good font. I'm really into slab serifs. I think I have Railway. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one's good.
Railway has a lot of
Variety.
Yeah, a lot of variety in here. So that is good. So yeah, there's Railway. But obviously you can kind of sort through and find what you want. There's your slab serifs and things.
Bio Sans. I have not heard of Bio Sans.
I haven't either.
Interesting.
I think some people are just making up words. It's good.
It's all an illusion.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So let me...
Yeah, it's good. I just have it, slide right, slide left.
Yeah. I think what's interesting too is right now for this, sorry, making myself a little dizzy there. Cool, so let's see what that looks like. And we'll go from the home page again. So we're going enter, and slide right.
Yeah, zoop.
I think that one might have
one
slid
left.
left.
Yeah. I always have to visually almost be like this.
Yeah.
Which way is right? What's sliding right?
What happened there? Yeah.
But it's,
This
easy to
was,
take a look at.
yeah. Let's see. Slide right, so it must have been this one. Yeah, slide left. Cool.
Okay.
And then I may want to do the hotspots for these arrows.
IV mode.
So does this have a hotspot? Cool, let's do...
I like IV mode. Brienne.
Oh, that's a good one.
IV mode is very nice.
Yeah.
Look at. Again, depending on what you're going to use it for, but yeah, it's like so nice.
Yeah.
Look at
It
the
seems like a
cheese.
classic one too.
Yeah.
I like the teas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, super nice. Yeah, and quite a few options as well, so it's perfect.
And girls. So we'll go back to the design.
So yeah, Abraham, I showed auto animate and drag earlier, so that also could work. But so does the sliding. So the thing about auto animate drag, like people might not know to do a click and drag.
Yeah.
Here it's a very clear. You're supposed to click the button because there's more content that direction. So yours is more intuitive than mine. So.
But I think yours is also like a good exploration in like different scales too. And I think it's also, it's nice too. It's another consideration to have because the way that you use color is kind of really interesting, and you've kind of narrow into the person that is in the illustration, which is really cool.
Yeah. I actually might work on that some more, but just so everybody can see. And it is all about the information that you're conveying, because if you do see something like this, you kind of assume that there's more content over here. So I hope people know that they can sort of like click and drag. And if we do take a look at this, it's right in here. This is what we're referring to. So again, rather than tap on a button, you can do a drag, auto animate. The objects exist, you know, on this second artboard as well in a different position.
Yeah.
So this one is now here, and I just slid everything over. So just, yeah, everybody kind of gets it, but
so cool.
That's what's happening. Now I'm technically on this screen, so I need to point that back.
Yeah.
This direction, drag, auto animate. Right? So again, now it will work both ways.
So cool.
Like that. That has like a nice depth to it.
Yeah.
But auto animate in itself is like really fun, which, you know, can be used in different parts as we, that's what's happening here too. This is the other fun one as we click, shoop.
So good.
Up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah.
And I'll work on this
great.
to kind of show more of her Lucille Ball.
But
and
even still, I like those
colors.
highlight colors. Just having the pop of orange and the pop of red.
Yeah, let's actually, can I just try something really fast to see? Because I wonder if, so this is technically, so we know what animates. It's looking for this called rectangle 1. So it's called rectangle 1 here, and it's called rectangle 1 here. What happens if I actually change rather than the shape, but also the color, which I'm going to shift to more of an orange to kind of match her. Let's see if it does a color transition as well. Yep.
Nice. That looks really cool.
Right. So this looks more of a unified, like a unified experience. Oh, good.
That looks amazing.
So
I love that.
Wow. Yeah. So super fun.
Nice.
Super
Also,
fun
something too is like, I think if you scroll down to this artboard, I like that it kind of gives you like a visual cue, so you expect something, like you were saying.
Yeah.
That you have like this hint that there's more information there.
Yeah. And also even these numbers do as well. Because it's like 50, 60, 70, 80, like, yeah, it's going to go on and on as I added here. But I did make sure that this was the same. So if I select this, you could see how long, let's move this out of the way. You can see technically how long it is.
Yeah.
And here all I did is shift it. So this sort of thing you need to kind of you need to plan it out ahead of time, especially as you go into prototype mode. You know, just plan it out and kind of understand what you want to do.
Yeah.
The objects have to exist on one artboard and then on the next. And don't change their names. It would probably break. Let's just try this as well. Let's just call this rectangle 0, right? That's the name of it. And this is rectangle 1. There are two different names. I don't know if if it knows like under the hood.
Yeah.
If this will work. Yeah, see it doesn't.
Cool.
But it doesn't work. Look, see how it's a fade?
Oh,
it's a fade. So it's not working. So again, if you're gonna name things, do it at the very beginning. You need to call this like, you know, timeline bar. And then you need to make sure it's even timeline bart. That's what I called it. Timeline bar.
Remix.
This is like timeline bar. But the fact that they're the same thing now.
Yeah.
You know, it just has to be named the same thing. And it works.
Nice.
So cool. What happens when an actor has gray hair? Well, I don't know. They've probably gotten older. That's what happens. Wiser.
Yeah.
But yeah, with gray hair, I would probably change the color of the background to make the hair look white.
Yeah,
because that was the situation.
Or how would you feel about like accentuating other features? So maybe if the hair is a little bit gray, like maybe having the eyes be like a saturated color or something.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Just adding in like a little pop of color, just like you're doing here. You're just, you know, making icons of people just with the bare minimum of color and things.
For sure. Speaking of timelines, do you have a favorite decade?
Favorite decade? You know what a good question is? Like, if you were born in any, like, what decade would you like to be born in? I would like to be born in this current decade, to be honest with you. Yeah, I know too much. I know too much to go back. Plus, I'm a very clean individual.
Yeah.
And I feel like previous generations was like a little
messy.
I couldn't, medieval times, like, no, it's too dirty.
Really?
I would just be constantly washing my hands. And they're like, what are you doing?
And they wouldn't have hand sanitizer.
Yeah, they would be like, what are you washing? I am washing my hands. What's washing your hands? I would have been the inventor of washing your hands.
Yeah.
I would have invented it, and I would have stopped the Black Plague.
It's interesting. I'm like, really, I think I could do well in the 70s.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could see that just with your style.
Yeah.
I feel like the 70s was full of style.
And patterns and polyester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Visually a fun decade.
Yeah, I would say.
So.
Even though I wasn't
I'm
alive
into
for
it.
it, but I can imagine that it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think so. The golden
Girls.
The golden age of the golden girls.
They're great. I love the Golden Girls. In Miami, there's actually like a milkshake bar that's Golden Girls themed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's fun. Brienne wants to live in the 70s because she just wants to roller skate.
Oh, I would love to roller skate.
Well, you could also say the 80s, and then you'd rollerblade.
That's
Be a
true.
rollerblader.
I don't know. There's something kind of nicer about roller skate.
Yeah.
Yeah, roller skating.
Well, I think that does seem like a lot of fun.
Right?
Very into it.
Dev said, ew, polyester. I beg to differ. I think
Yeah.
it's an underrated fabric.
How do you get to, so for this one, is this one connected? Is that something happening there?
I'm not
Have
sure
we
that I
done
connected this one yet, but let's see.
Or even this one, like down here?
Yeah, so then I can connect right over here.
Voodoo Val, I want to know, could you consider yourself coordinated? I wonder if Voodoo Val considers herself coordinated.
Cool, so that would be the expansion, right? So once you click on Fran.
Okay, go down to that one.
Yeah.
And that's a case where, again, like auto animate would work there as well. You know?
Yeah.
Just pushing the objects over and expanding out that box. But Voodoo Val's not coordinated.
She's not now?
But she's one heck of a gardener, and I want to know how your garden's going.
Oh, I had always wanted to garden.
I think she has some, I don't know, some herbs or something like that.
Oh, really?
I want to hear about it.
Yeah.
We're getting down to our last couple minutes too, by the way.
Cool, so once we link that, going back to this Golden Girls page. We'll do the rectangle so it has a kind of consistency.
After doing auto animate, don't you just want to like auto animate everything?
Yeah.
Because I kind of do. I just want everything to like slide around.
What would you auto animate first if you had the chance?
And by the way, like when it comes to auto animation, you can everything's set to easing as well. Just so everyone knows. Again, sorry to take up time, but there's for any of the transitions you set up, there's this easing property, just so you know. Ease out is where it just kind of obviously like slows down.
Yeah.
But there's also like such a thing as like a wind up or a bounce.
I don't think I've used wind up or bounce before.
Yeah, and honestly, it's like for really like specific use cases. The bounce should actually like a bouncing ball, so it'll hit that point and then go back and then end up at it. There should be almost like a rubber band, and I'm kind of curious about some of these. Yeah. Snapping, let's try snap real fast. Let's just try this. See, it went above, it went past. Watch, ready?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It went past, so it's like a little bit like a rubber band.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of like snapping into place.
Interesting.
And of course, and again, it's specific use cases, but that's what the easing ones are.
Cool.
And it might be fun since, we are talking about like comedy and stuff.
Yeah, adding like some character.
Yeah, just like, giving some more personality considering it's
I like that bounce.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, huh?
Yeah.
It's certainly like unexpected, and it doesn't conflict with the information too much. Like this stays still. Yeah. And I like how it's still grounded.
That's interesting.
So
something to consider, yeah.
Super nice.
Oh, looks like we have the
0, Yeah. Oh man. Well, yeah. Speaking of animating, I say we like hop in a spaceship and check out some portfolios.
Let's go. Let's bounce.
Let's do it. Taking off. Hello everyone, welcome back. We're in outer space now.
It's nice here.
It is nice. Everything is blue. Everything is tinted blue because of this. Let me open this up. Oh, there you are. Good thing I can breathe in the spaceship.
Having some technical difficulties.
It actually looks really good with your lipstick and your glasses.
Thank you. Likewise.
Very stylish. Such a stylish look. But here we are. We're in the portfolio review capsule. You can see a portfolio behind us. Let me pull it up here. That's my favorite part.
That's great.
Doing that. It's so fun. But here we are. Congratulations to Snehal Shivankar, UI UX designer from Pune, India. India.
Cool.
Fantastic. Love it. People around the world.
International.
Yeah, into it. Feel free to fill this out as much as possible. I know you can say a little bit about yourself right in there because I kind of want to know what experience you have. But yeah, quite a few little projects. So we'll just dive into this. We'll kind of go, I guess we'll start here, social media page. Let's take a look at this.
Cool.
Yeah, it looks like you're just kind of getting into UX UI and trying different things. Like there's a lot in here, by the way. So yeah.
Yeah, it looks
almost too much, but good job. Like this is a lot of work.
Yeah, this is cool. It also looks like you really consider like these different components and how it could like enhance an experience. So I think good job there.
Yeah, I would probably keep in mind like any sort of like circles or pill shapes.
Yeah.
Like maybe you want this to be a pill. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. Scaling in XD is like super easy, so if you do, you should be able to round the corners, by the way. Let me just show you really fast, just so everybody knows. Maybe you're using a circle or something else, but when you create these objects, you get these little points. So when you round it and watch what happens, like if I stretch it, it maintains that proportion, just FYI. So I'm not sure what you're using, but, XD makes it, because that's what you're doing for a lot of these.
Yeah.
Like you want this to be longer or smaller and stuff. Keep those proportions.
For sure.
So, yeah, the blue's nice, huh?
The blue is nice. I kind of like that there's a nice little gradient going on there.
I like, yeah, exactly. Like this gradient here, I love it. You're using the right color. You could also, if you're a neutral tone, you can go white with the text or black. Yeah. White just tends to make it look cleaner. I'm glad you used it.
Yeah.
So good. So good work. We'll just review a couple of these, and then we have a second portfolio to check out.
Cool.
Any other ones you want me to open up another one?
Sure. You want to look at this one?
You got it.
Hotel booking app.
Okay, into it. Called Stay.
Nice.
Love the name. By the way.
Yeah.
Let's find the most beautiful and amazing hotels for you with this app. Sounds great.
Yeah. One thing I think this looks really cool, but maybe having a color instead of red that would kind of contrast more with the blue, I think would be nice. Maybe like a white, and then you can have, again, like a navy or blue text as like the text color.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be good. It's certainly jumping out at you. Let me see if I can. Okay, this is one graphic, by the way, so I can't really click into it. Onboarding screens. I like a lot of this is thought out. I like that these have titles, screen 1, 2, 3. You know, we get the flow of all of this. This is a chance for auto animate on tap.
For sure. I have the hex codes with the circles. Yeah, looks like there's a lot of thought put into this.
This is probably just Roboto and not Roboto Bold. Yeah, lots of features in here.
Yeah.
I think these days, you don't. I would probably play with the drop shadow. You know, maybe it's not so bold.
Yeah.
You know, I think the current trend right now is flat design. So even if you are doing a shadow, maybe it's just the same shade, the same shape with it's just a semi-transparent gray or something, or even in this case a light blue, and that's the shadow.
Yeah, and I think too with the icons that you have here on the menu button, I think a white would look really nice against a gray. There's opportunity there.
And you could still do the invert, so it could be white, and then you can have black or blue.
Yeah, that's a good point.
As the selected one, or they're filled in. When you click on it.
So then it becomes a little bit more intuitive for your user.
Yeah. Also good, and especially for these like hotel finding apps, this is a lot of data you're dealing with. Yeah. So this is like a super hard assignment in general.
Yeah, it is. There are a lot of components. One guy's checking. Cool.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here.
I think maybe too, instead of having the arrow, you can do like see more, and then maybe do an arrow just to add like a level of context.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's good.
Yeah,
there's a lot going on here. It looks like you're dealing with two different colors too, or a light and a dark.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Yeah, There's a lot of work in here.
Yeah.
This is a lot. This is a lot of work. We get like super boxy over here, especially for these like checkout screens. You have so much data and so much information. Like simplify as much as possible. Like, you know, it might look a little plain, it being all white, but this box back here seems kind of odd to me.
Yeah.
Just some cleanup with the design since there's so much information.
And maybe too,
really like this gradient.
That's nice. Maybe too, if you scroll up, there's a way to kind of consolidate that information where you have the different types of payment. So maybe that's like a drop down, or maybe that's like a box check.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, can you nest it in a drop down or something? Huh, this is so much.
Yeah.
But good.
This is great work.
Yeah, you're certainly tackling like a tough challenge right in here with all of this. But good job. Continue working. We'll just go ahead and appreciate that one. Let's check out this one. This is literally like the last Adobe XD challenge.
Oh, nice.
Food delivery app. I'm already loving it, by the way.
I think it's a fun use of font, too, that we're talking about, like typefaces. It's a good way to...
I feel like this is like, this is good. This is like so much stronger than the last one.
Yeah.
Much more consistent, good use of color.
Nice yellow.
Nice yellow. Love it. Sometimes when you mix yellow, if you make yellow semi-transparent, it gets muddy, you know? And I see why you did it, because you wanted that white to stand out. But maybe yellow isn't the right color there. Who knows?
Yeah.
Or how do you I would just work on making that so it's not muddy. But it's a good color to pick for food.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yellow is supposed to make you hungry, right? That's one of those colors.
Yeah, kind of. That's the idea. It's like it's supposed to be hot and fresh, so it's like these warm tones, and you know that. Therefore, you're like, most of my photos will be. I mean, food is very, very much these warm tones.
Yeah.
So knowing that, you know how to pick colors that will you know, complement it or not distract from it. Yeah, this is the case where like I don't know about making that green. You know,
Yeah.
I just don't think it's necessary. I'd probably just keep it black.
Yeah, I agree. And I also think maybe instead of view, it could be something like reorder, right? So if you wanted to look at your past orders and you want to order what you previously ordered before, it could be a good option.
We're going to play this animation really fast. I'll start from the beginning. Order, click. Let's go scroll down. Let's click on McDonald's. That was a fun animation.
Yeah, I like that.
Good. Go to search. Nice. I love this gray, this light gray on the dark gray and everything.
It looks sleek.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, this is good
Great
work,
job.
you know,
Yeah.
and that's the goal of these challenges is just to get people involved in creating work. Oh, that's the filter menu.
Oh, I see.
Filter by desserts or something.
Yeah, a lot of thought went into this. It's you can definitely
There
see
we
that.
go. And there's a lot of screens in here.
Yeah.
But this one already is like leaps and bounds ahead of the
Yeah.
previous designs that we've seen.
Which is great too. We were talking about time and you can definitely see like the evolution of skill growing here.
Yeah. This screen's looking really good. I just like that use of that gray. Again, she could have gone with black.
Yeah.
But this gray, and by the way, this looks also gray. This is just so good that you're doing that. That's like so tight. You know?
Looks
Good
great.
job. Following you, Snehal. So cool.
Nice.
We'll look at, we have another portfolio to look at as well. So good use of color.
Yeah.
Great work. Subtle gradients. It's all about those subtle gradients.
Looks great.
Yeah. Snehal, I don't know if she's here, but thank you so much for submitting your portfolio.
Yeah, you did great. Looks amazing.
Yeah, looks great. You're only getting better. All right, so let's go to our next one. Brent Fox. Awesome. Love it.
Nice.
Super fun. Creative art director. I love to do it all. Wahoo Studios. You seem like a good time.
Yeah. From Orem, Utah.
Nice. All right.
Cool. So you love working with creative people and fostering an environment where everyone can grow and produce their best work. Same.
Oh, this is good. Oh yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. Great use of color too, I'd say.
Look at all this stuff. It's so nice.
Yeah. These illustrations are great. I mean, they look like hyper real.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just start at this
sketches.
oldest one. Right away, you're like, yeah, you got talent.
Yeah.
Like this pig flying in perspective. This shows like serious skill.
Yeah. And even too, like profiles. I feel like profiles are the hardest to draw, I think, at least for me.
Yeah.
So like seeing that shows great skill.
Look at like even this angle, like just the angles on everything. These are not, you know.
Yeah.
They're
great.
so good. We'll dive into. Obviously, there's photography, but I think his strong suit are these illustrations.
Oh wow.
Okay, kind of integrating those two together.
Nice.
Cool. Which one do you want me to pick?
Let's do this one. What's this one?
Oh yeah.
One Leaves.
Anti-smoking game.
Huh.
To make teams aware of the only one in 4 teens who start smoking can quit.
Oh wow.
So it's just kind of showing the damaging effects of smoking, which this is the way to go, because you want to do it in an illustration. If it was like photography or too real,
Yeah.
it would almost look like too gross.
Right.
But as a painting, it's still beautiful in its own way.
Yeah, you almost have more creative control of like how much you want to show to with an illustration.
This is a scary game. Nice little 3D work. Nice.
Oh
wow. Love it.
This is great.
Good stuff. He's so talented.
Yeah.
Like,
and he's got like a good variety of stuff too.
yeah, I will say. Well, that's probably what I would say is, like these ones, this kind of row kind of sticks out, which is good to have. You know, I think, you know, if you want that type of work, keep it in there. But maybe, you know, if you're okay removing this whole row and just focusing on illustration is kind of. But again, he wants to kind of like do it all. But I guess that's my only thing. It's like, you know, put the type of work you want to get, that should be in your portfolio. You know, that stuff's great.
Yeah.
Logos, UX and UI, Ninja Bee. That's fun.
Yeah. Handful of cufflinks.
Yeah, these are good. And I would say, like, I think his illustration work is strong.
Yeah.
Like it's probably stronger than his logo work, in my opinion. Because these illustrations are amazing.
Yeah, they're incredibly detailed too.
Yeah, I would probably remove the logos and say, you know what, this is what I'm good at. Sticking to what you're good at, I'm like very much into, like, you know, capturing, you know, these basketball players. That's, you know, not a lot of people could do that, you know?
So these are some UI logo design.
Yeah. Fictitious tour and travel company. Go travel. So this looks nice.
Yeah, it looks sleek. Go travel. I think maybe having like a border color that's a little lighter.
I agree. That's I was thinking the exact same thing. I'm like, it's almost like just not needed. It's like I'm looking at the border. No, I should be interested in the photo. Just the fact that you have the shadow and the gradient and then the stroke and all that stuff. No.
Yeah.
Plus, I would say I think you're doing this air thing, and it kind of starts to make it look like a haunted house. Like,
yeah, I see what you mean.
You know, but I admire him going this different direction with travel, because I think travel typically is blue skies.
Right.
But like, you know, it definitely, it's very moody having this gray is all. So I would even say like less is more with some of this. I'd get rid of
those borders and
maybe the shadow and
maybe stick to like a solid color as a background.
Yeah, exactly. Or just like we saw in the last portfolio with Snahal's, just a subtle gradient or something.
Yeah.
Maybe if the app was blue, like Voodoo Val was saying, Restaurant Guys, Four Guys Eat. So this is like, again, I think it's okay. It feels very much like what I'd see on like PBS, to be honest with you. It's the fact these have these pastel colors. It's, you know, feels like PBS.
Yeah.
Not to be mean, but I think he's a professional. He can totally take it. But what is this? Is an app? A restaurant guide.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. Four Guys Eat. Okay.
Yeah, I think there's something maybe like a little bit, there's a lot of cartoon elements.
Like if I didn't read that, just looking at the graphics alone, it looks like it's made for it's like a kid's game almost.
I was going to say it does feel like a game.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which we admire the playfulness of it.
Yeah.
But it's almost, there's almost too much design going on here, almost.
I think he definitely has like a lot of skill, so we see that in this.
Yeah.
But maybe it's best to like narrow.
Yeah, and it's almost like it's an illustrator creating a UI.
Yeah.
It kind of is what it seems like.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, I would say less is more. Love it. Love these cutouts. Again, it's you know. And again, like, what's the reason for the paper texture? Like, I get there's paper texture. Like, what are you trying to drive home with?
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean? Are you trying to simulate a menu? If that's one thing, we can go down that road.
Yeah. How does it elevate the experience?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what does it really have to do with restaurants, you know? And, you know, try to make me hungry. And try to, I don't know,
Yeah.
something. But, yeah, still good work.
Mix.
Ooh. And this is fun. He does animation work.
Wow.
These are fun little... Yeah, this is good. Like, this is really interesting and fun to look at, right?
Yeah. I think those colors kind of pull you in and you want to know more.
Yeah, and just the right amount of these gradients. We're kind of missing these implied lines. Yeah, good use of color.
Nice.
Yeah.
This looks great.
This is an illustrator doing a logo. It's like perfect. You're made to do logos for TV. You know. This again I'd clean up because this looks very much like 80s or 90s. Like it seems a little dated compared to today's style of being just flat. So, but it's still pretty cool. I mean, it's impressive that he could do all this animation.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of skill there. Yeah.
Yeah, we're so jealous of you. Like, this is so cool.
Yeah.
Like, you see, and if you look at some of this nuance going on here, when it rotates, look at it.
Oh, wow,
It does a wind up. It winds up and then goes. Like, those little touches, you know?
Those make all the difference,
make all the difference. Exactly. You're
this
hired.
Is really cool. Yeah.
I'd hire
You've got the job.
You're so good. And just looking at this alone, I'm like, you've pushed some pixels around and bent them to your will.
These look amazing.
Which is awesome. Yeah, that's Brent Fox. That's cool, right? We're kind of winding. What time is it? Yeah, we're getting down to our last couple of minutes.
Yeah.
So anyways, I could spend all day looking at these. I got to stop clicking around. I got to just stop. But it's so good. Look at that.
Oh, that's amazing.
Love these, like, tight.
Yeah.
Look at that.
These colors, too, almost feel like very dreamlike.
Yeah.
Have this, like, nice fade to them.
Soft.
Yeah.
So cool. Like, yeah, just see that bounce light and all that. Looks so good.
Yeah.
So good, Brent Fox.
You did well.
You are the man.
Amazing.
We don't know if you're in chat, but you're
if you
super
see this one day.
Yeah, if you do, we just give you a big thumbs up. You're hired. Fantastic. Yeah, we're getting down to our last couple minutes. Yeah. What do we do? What do we do now? What do we do?
What do we do?
Are you? I don't know if there's anything else you wanted to show or anything.
No, I think it did some definitely improvements to the site.
Mm-hmm.
And there's definitely new elements to consider, but I really like that we got to be able to brainstorm.
Yeah, and look at all these screens. It's a lot of work for 2 days.
For sure.
I'm glad this was recorded as well. So you can find that at the replays tab.
For sure. It definitely makes me want to work on it more, and I'm glad. I think bouncing ideas off of you was super helpful too.
Well, and us just with chat, I think everybody's really good with their comments and everything. It looks like we see Brent here as well.
Hey, Brent.
So, Brent, you're the man, buddy. I feel like we could be friends.
Yeah.
You know?
There's a friendship brewing.
Yeah. You know, you find your tribe. You're like, yeah, I get you. It's awesome. Even though we've never met.
But one day you might.
That's right. And we're just happy to spend time with you too, Melissa. Did you have fun?
I had so much fun. This was amazing.
Good.
Yeah.
Now you get to go explore maybe for a little bit.
Yeah, I'll do your tour that you were saying.
Yeah, I will draw out a little map. I'll tell you exactly where you should go.
I'm excited.
In my opinion.
Chinese food sounds amazing right now.
Yeah, for sure. Walking through Chinatown's awesome.
Yeah.
But we're just thankful we have you. We got to steal you away for a couple days. Steal you away from Miami.
Yeah.
Have you hit the West Coast and hang out with us.
So grateful. I love San Francisco, and I love being at the Adobe offices.
I know.
Here.
It's kind of cool. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. Thank you for our in-studio audience as well.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming. And for you, Chad, as well.